Hello there, Dr. Sheep here. Welcome back to the TGIF Talks, episode 142. I'm your host, Dr. Sheep. It doesn't need to be synced. Just roll the intro. Nope, scene.
Something about that picture.
It's a great... We haven't had Will back on.
No, it wasn't that. It was my brother. I wanted to say something, but
let me pause it. What about it?
I don't want to say it on the air.
We will be cutting the next few seconds. What do you want to say? Oh, well, actually, they're not. What? Okay. What? Did this record audio? No, it wasn't. Okay. This is recording audio. But these other scenes, is this desktop audio recording? Okay. We do have a mic on this one. And we do have audio. Okay. I don't know. Who the frick knows? Anyways, what were you saying though?
What?
I thought OBS was having issues again. It's not. It's fine. It's just it has so many different freaking audio and video. I don't know, and it just because it changes the settings, and so I think I fix it one time, and then I have to fix it a different time, a different way. And anyways, what were you gonna say though about your brother?
So I want you to cut this out.
Absolutely. Oh my God! We just have to cut that word. We can leave the rest in
because I don't want him to hear that.
He'll never see what. When would he ever watch?
I don't know.
He doesn't have time.
Well, people take clips of that and be like, "Look what he said."
That his brother looked like that way back in the. Fine, fair enough. Whatever. We'll cut it. It will be cut. Anyways, welcome back to the land of the free.
Yeah.
I guess technically people would say Texas is more free, but screw Texas. How was Texas?
Hot.
How was Oklahoma?
I don't know. We were there for I was outside on the land for 5 minutes.
Yeah, but you drove through the damn place.
That is true. Red sand. I don't know. They had...
Boring.
Did
Did it look about like where we were?
I don't remember much of Oklahoma City because I think that was when I took my nap.
Oh. So would you count that you've been to Oklahoma now?
Yeah, I was awake for more than an hour going through
okay.
it. Yes, more than an hour going through it. But I took a nap through some of the big cities, so it just looked like any other flat land.
The most interesting part of the freaking state, Oklahoma City, and you decide, nap time.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't decide to take a nap at that time. I took a nap and I slept through it.
Oh, and your friend was just like, screw it.
Everyone else was sleeping too.
Did you go to the ocean? Or were you were in Austin?
No,
so
we were in Austin. We weren't that far.
You didn't go that far south.
No. We'd have to go to Houston, south of Houston.
But did it feel like you just drove through Texas forever and ever?
It is pretty big.
And ever.
It is pretty big. Because we crossed into Texas. And I was looking at the clock. I was like, man, we still got a few more hours. We're not even close. I mean, we're a lot closer than we were. But yeah.
Luckily we'll be just grazing Texas.
But the thing is, we got there, if I were to ever drive to Austin, we got there a lot faster than I ever would because my friend drives a lot faster than I would.
Oh. He just, speed limit? There is no limits.
Yeah.
He says, the limit. Oh, no.
No cops, no stops.
Was that his philosophy?
Yeah, that's a lot of people's philosophy.
Yeah. So, I guess I was doing the math the other day, and after this year, I will have been to 20 states.
Yeah.
How many? I think, aren't we all tied at the moment now?
No, I meant 15.
Oh, even with Oklahoma and Texas?
Oh,
I
my
have a
phone's
map.
up there. My phone's charging. Yeah, I just counted. It was like 15.
Hold on. I don't have a map of the United States easily accessible. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then you've been to Illinois?
No.
But you only been to 14 then.
You didn't count Texas.
I did. What? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, you didn't
4,
count
5,
Virginia.
6. Oh, Virginia, 15. This year, so I'm currently at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah, shoot. Okay, there's too many different ways to do this, and I always do it the wrong way. We'll start in Virginia. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
You got this
7,
right here.
8,
1,
9,
2,
10,
3,
11,
4, 5, 6,
12,
7, 8,
13,
9,
14,
10, 11,
15,
12,
16,
13,
17.
14, 15, 16.
17.
Oh, I count wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
17 states.
I think you said 20.
I will go to 20 this year.
Oh, you're going to get another, what, 3?
Oklahoma and Texas and Wisconsin.
Oh. Oh, we're going to Texas this year?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, I thought that was in April.
We're going to Texas this year too.
We are?
Yeah, when we go to Albuquerque, that's why we're taking longer time to get back home, was to cross off Oklahoma and Texas.
Oh, I didn't know we were actually going to be there for an hour, though.
That's my plan. When I wrote the original plan, I put time in there for that.
Oh.
I picked cities and everything. I have them saved over there. Somewhere. In that disaster. I think it's on that piece of paper to the left there. Underneath the,
This?
possibly.
It's 2024.
Which one is this? Oh yeah, this is
California.
California. It's probably written on one of the small pieces of paper. Here, take that back. It's probably written on one of the small pieces of paper, but I have nuclear launch codes
I
on there.
rewrote this, too. It might possible. I was thinking... one of them, I was thinking about making 9 days.
That's literally... Then we just...
I don't know if that was this one or if that's the Washington one. One of them, I was like, man, if we could make this 9 days...
Can we keep them at 8? Because it's nicer
we
to
can
just
cross off more
get back and then just, I have a day to... It was really nice having a day to decompress. Actually, a day and a half.
Which is exactly why I told you I didn't want to go to Mullen.
True.
Because you were really tempted, like, man, if it's clear, we go to Mullen. Well,
but it wasn't.
He also had to work. But I was like, no, the whole point was to have the extra day to just chillax.
Well, I ended up not working anyways because it wasn't... So now we know that we want an extra day. I mean, it would have been all right. It just would have made
what I'm
work
saying is
rougher.
you take off Friday, too.
That's not always a guarantee, though.
Oh.
That's not a guarantee. Like this year, I thought I was going to be able to take Friday off. Nope.
Yeah. No, but you go Friday to Saturday. Because then you got 9 days. That'd be, but I think that's the 2025 one. I was like, man, if we could make it 9 days.
We don't want to worry about that.
Because I was just like...
We got years to discuss.
I was looking at all the different
literal
stuff.
years.
We could do 2 more national parks. We got to make it 1 more day.
We have literal years to decide that. Literal... You realize what could change between now and 2025?
No.
Look at 29. Look at 2018 to 2020. 2020 had more packed into it than like the last 5 years of our lives.
Wait, 2018 to 2020?
Yes.
Oh.
Life was normal. We were in college. Everything was great. 2019 started. Everything was going great. It was a regular time.
Yeah.
Nothing. It was just... Life was just as it was. And then 2020 happened.
Mm-hmm.
And more crap happened in 2020 than happened the last 3 years.
Yeah.
So, when you say, what do you mean, what could happen between now and 2025? Just you watch. Just you watch.
No, but like 2017 to 2019. That could be the equivalent of 2023 to 2025.
Maybe. You hope. You hope. There's no guarantee.
I'm just saying. I just think 9 days would be nice if we could make it work.
I'd rather not do 9 days, but whatever.
You want it less than 8?
8.
Oh. Well, I didn't know how many days you'd prefer if you had to pick.
8. 8 was perfect, and actually, if the last day we're getting home at like the time we did, that was awesome. Had I not burned that extra hour at your parents', oh man, that was an excellent. Just all the extra time to decompress.
Yeah.
You're dying. I
have something in my throat.
You caught some disease while you were in Texas.
I got something.
He got the Texas disease, folks. Or maybe it's all the smoke.
Yeah, that might be.
I think that was the smoke, because after yesterday, I had a bit of cough, and today after going for my walk, some of this damn smoke.
Maybe.
It's real. I really did just said full send today on this walk.
Yeah.
There was a thunderstorm. The air quality was awful. Full send though. Full frickin' send. Anyways, Point Barrow. What is that? Oh, that's the northernmost point. Wait. What's this little indication here?
What?
This little like blue squiggle here on the world map. See that? Is that like an underwater mountain range? Or no, because it doesn't demark where all the land ends because there's land here. So why? What is that? Curiosity. Does that mark like the economic zones of?
No, there was something.
I can't think of what it is. It doesn't scale the point areas approximate to that of the equatorial, blah, blah, blah. This production is other realms in University of Wisconsin. Doesn't say what they are. What kind of key is this? They got it for Antarctica too. You see that? And what is that?
I forget. I thought I knew. Because I thought I looked that up one time. Because I've seen it on a lot of maps.
Is that like marking an ocean?
No. I thought it was some line, like the Arctic Circle or whatever. But it's something else.
I got it for the Antarctic too. So, curiosity. How are you gonna Google this though? Random ass blue line on map.
Squiggly? How do you spell squiggly?
SQU. Iggly. GGLE. Maybe a Y. I don't know.
Line. North. Squiggly.
Hey, that one. No. University of Alaska, Fairbanks. That one.
What?
It's actually dashed. It's a weird squiggly dash line.
It says dash line of the Arctic Circle, though.
Oh.
It says of the Arctic Circle.
Oh, I couldn't read that from here. It was small. Here, click on that map.
Polar vortex? Is that?
No. That's not. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about. There, zoom in on that.
Oh, you can't do this. Damn it.
New tab.
Yeah, I see new tab. I was looking for it.
Oh. It's it's not even the same line we're looking at. Their lines.
Well, I want to say this is it, but
it's not.
It's not squiggly. No, it's this red one.
It's not though.
Oh, it goes outside.
It's the red line is here.
Oh, they tell you what the red line is right here, but I can't see what that is.
Gotta
Oh,
love
it's when temperature is below 20 degrees?
on average.
I can't read that.
Nope. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Well, we'll try this. We have technology. Do not look up the fucking words. I just need to know what this fucking thing is here. Is that? Yeah. Yeah!
What? You found it?
No, but I'm pretty sure it's either marking polar ice or it's marking the Arctic Ocean.
Oh.
Polar ice would also make sense too, but that I don't know why they put that on maps because that's not a constant thing, especially in global warming. So I suspect this is marking where the Arctic Ocean begins. And
So this is Pacific Ocean?
Yes. Or at
Why
least
not just have it
minor
aimed at the
seas.
Bering Strait?
Oceans, determining what an ocean is very different than you might just think drawing lines on a map, sir. It has to do with currents. Arctic Ocean, yeah. It's exactly what it... Yeah, it literally goes, look at this. It goes down to these islands, actually, too. It's the Arctic Ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Fascinating.
Does it have this little hook?
Yeah. Right down here. Folks, this is very interesting because you can't see what the hell what's on this map. But I assure you, this is compelling entertainment here. Nobody really watched Rondo's Return again, when we talked about Star Wars for an hour, but I guess it is what it is. We'll see how many people decide to watch us talk about maps.
Yeah.
And it's the Arctic Ocean. That was one of my first theories, but I didn't think, why would they market that ocean but none of the other oceans? How...
Oh, they call this is what I was looking for.
How interesting. But there's not an Antarctic Ocean, though. That's the thing.
Well, they said they had it by...
No, Antarctic. Yes.
No, it's called the Southern Ocean.
Oh.
It's called the Southern Ocean.
The Southern Ocean begins, like, here, though, doesn't it?
I don't know how far south it is. I just know that it's called the Southern Ocean.
It's a very small ocean.
Southern Ocean.
Why do we have the Arctic Ocean? Hold on. How many freaking oceans are there? There's 1, 2, 3.
There's 5, right?
1, 2,
Pacific?
3, 4.
5.
So I'm assuming, yeah, but why?
Southern.
But why is it not marked?
I don't know why it's not marked, but there's 5 oceans.
Is it the Antarctic Ocean?
No, it's called the Southern Ocean.
Google the 5 oceans.
This
is an easy thing. There should be 80 billion little 5-year-old articles on this addressed for kids. I don't like how there's multiple Google searches now. I hate results. It's kind of annoying.
What is this? Is that what this is?
Yeah. It pulls up 3 different options for you to pick it from.
When did this start?
A few weeks ago.
Oh, let's click on this one. This is oceanblueproject.org.
This is a blog.
7 seas and 5 oceans. List of the oceans. Historically, the ocean was thought of having 4 oceans. However, we have 5 oceans. They are Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, Arctic, and Southern. Southern Ocean.
Why the hell would they call it the Southern Ocean, not the Antarctic Ocean?
How did you not learn about that? I learned about this in like 6th or 7th grade.
Nobody gave 2 craps about the oceans.
We
They
have
just learned the continents.
5 bodies of water and 1 world ocean. 2 seas covering 71% of Earth's surface.
Huh? What kind of up on my pedestal bullcrap is this? So, a sea is interesting because it's what determines a sea is how much of its water gets cycled out. Otherwise, it'd be a part of the ocean.
Oh, this is from life science. Not all experts agree on the number of oceans.
Well, gee, I wonder why. That's why we weren't taught that.
Technically, there is just one global ocean. All of the marine environment is connected in some way.
Yeah, the water touches.
However, there are 4 geographically defined ocean basins: Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, Arctic. And in 2021, well, no, it had to be earlier because I learned about it in 7th grade. I remember it was middle school. It's in our textbooks.
Well, no, this could just be when they decided to be like, yeah, let's make it everywhere. As we've learned, textbooks just throw crap in there.
No.
You remember the math textbooks? They decided, everybody has pre-justification in there? Screw that.
The National Geographic Society added another layer of complexity to this debate by declaring a 5th ocean in the frigid waters surrounding Antarctica. They called it the Southern Ocean.
Let me check on that while you do that. CRB, I gotta check on my soup. Ladies and gentlemen, I am making soup. It is beautiful.
So I found this. So the red line, it's the region where during the warmer months, the temperature is always below 10 degrees Celsius.
Ouch.
That's what this red line is.
Good God. In the what months? The cold months or the warm? The warm months?
Yeah.
The
temperature is always below 10 degrees Celsius.
You're telling me it's always below 10 degrees Celsius in Iceland in the warm months for the most part?
Part of Iceland.
What the This has to be like a historic thing. This can't possibly match current global temperatures.
10 degrees Celsius in July. What do you mean?
Well, global warming, everything's gone up everything's gone up like 2 degrees.
I don't know what this looks like.
The air should shrink. Anyways. We need to move on from discussing the oceans.
What do you want to discuss?
So did your friend figure out where he wants to live in Texas now, or or is he just there to vacation? Was just like, oh yeah, I guess I'll live here,
No. Was it? No, I think. So there's some suburbs like in North Austin.
Right.
You live there where rent is cheaper, and then get a stay-at-home job in Austin.
Right. When does he want to move down there?
November.
I don't understand why his obsession with doing this in the winter.
When it's cold here.
No. Why is he doing it in November?
Because it's hot right now.
I know. So, yeah, but now you don't have to worry about snow.
What?
Now when he's moving down there, he could run into a snowstorm in Kansas.
I don't know when he plans on moving.
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't move anywhere between end of October and beginning of April. Never move anywhere other than Actually, yes. No, I wouldn't move any other time. My brother did it, and it was the worst.
I bet the interstates will be fine. It'll be bad one day. You just watch the forecast. And if it's bad, then you wait till the next week.
Yeah, but then I would rather just not worry about it at all.
That's you.
My brother did it.
Not everyone.
My brother did it. It sucked.
Not everyone thinks like you.
It's because the entire world is imperfect. Of course, I'm imperfect.
Exactly. Some people are more rational.
What do you mean rational? It is irrational to be like, I'll do it when it's freaking cold and miserable outside.
Well, I think part of it has to do with his when his lease is up too.
No, see, that would make more sense. It's interesting that a lease is up in November, but
Well,
leases
no,
can go up anytime.
Yeah, I don't know exactly when he signed it.
He also could be just doing like a 6-month thing.
No. He said specifically not for that. I think he might be moving back home for like a month or something to like prep for moving down there. I don't know.
Who knows?
He just said November.
Who knows? But I mean, anymore, it's hard to say that there will be something stupid happen, weather-wise, in November.
Mm-hmm.
It can and does happen.
Yeah, which is why I think it's perfectly fine.
Nevertheless.
Nevertheless.
What's your friend? He's coding, right? Or
yeah, he'd want to get into coding.
yeah.
That's sort of
Does he know any languages already, or?
Oh yeah. I don't know.
Did he code for his current job?
No.
Oh, that's right. Is he working in retail right now or something?
No. Well, his last job that he had was landscaping for the state.
For the state. He is a genius. The man just sits there and is just like, yes, menial labor, brain rests. Now he's like, I gotta actually work out my brain.
Yeah.
Can there be a job where you work out your brain and your body? Is that a thing, or is it always one or the other?
What do you mean work out your body? Like just getting walks in? Or?
Well, no, like landscaping, you're just hard manual labor. Yeah. Coding, you're just sitting there.
Okay.
But your brain is working. Landscaping, your brain's not working. You're just.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, what do you mean by?
So, is there a job where you have to be like, yes, this, but like you're doing manual labor too at the same time? That's why I don't think there is. I think there's always this denotion. The closest you could see is an engineer that has to go on site to do inspections.
But they're not moving stuff around.
Well, if he's doing soil samples, he might have to lug around a big drill. Or move around big, heavy equipment.
Maybe. They always dress nice, though.
Well, I don't know what engineer.
They dress too nice to do manual labor.
Like I said, that's the question. Is there a job where you have to do both?
I don't know.
Or is there always this difference?
I think it's a gradient line.
I don't think it's that gradient. Like, truth be told,
like you get a little bit of both, but I don't think it's just going to be like just both. You get a little bit of both, but not both.
What do you mean? What?
Yeah,
a little bit of both. How would you end up with a little bit of both?
A little bit of both. Like
because
a job that makes you think, but not like intense thinking, but you're still working hard, but not as working hard as like a construction worker.
But what kind of job would that be?
I don't know. I'm just saying there could be one.
That's the question. Do you know of a job?
Well, I'd have to think
about it. Why would a job like that exist?
Why does any job exist? Someone had a demand for it.
Not necessarily.
Someone created a demand for it. Someone was interested and thought there was a reason for this service. This service can make money.
If it's a service. Interesting. Folks, comments. My people. My sheep. Is there a job where you are, like I don't know. I mean, there's jobs that are mentally taxing, and
yeah, do you not come that is thinking?
No. Hold on. So there's a job where the guy's job is to replace the frickin' lights on the top of cell towers or the tops of bridges or whatever. That job is very physically taxing. But because of how stressful it is, it's also very mentally taxing. Now, do we have to draw a line between, just stress? Because, well, you're in a stressful situation, but you're not necessarily being like, X is equal to power, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, how do you define it?
I don't know. Folks, leave your comments. Tell us what you think. Where do you think these lines should be drawn? How should they be drawn?
Should there be lines?
Of course, that's all the division of labor.
I think it's all one big gradient.
There is a line.
You make a line. You make an arbitrary line.
It's called, hey, you're too stupid to work in management. I'm manager now. Congratulations.
I've always wondered that too. Is there a thing as being too stupid for a job, or is it just you're not determined enough to be successful in a job? Because I've always wondered if any IQ could handle any job if they're actually dedicated to that job.
No.
You don't think so?
No, especially when working with money. If
you don't think
physically too stupid to count the money, because I told you about the person that failed the skills test.
See, I've always wondered if it's a lack of try versus
no. This person wanted this job.
Yeah, but you can practice on think about are they just doing it there? Like if you go in home and you practice counting at home day in day out, 10,000 you'll meet your 10,000 hours, and it'll take you longer than others to get there, but I think anyone can get there. That's what I've always wondered. Is it possible for anyone of any IQ to do any job?
No.
It'll just take them longer to get to it.
There's definitely jobs that exist that literally no one could ever do.
Well, you can't say no one, because then there can't be a job.
No, that just any Joe Schmo could do. There's definitely jobs that exist that not just anybody could do.
And you don't think... See, I've always been curious, because to me it's just like
not anybody can be a firefighter. Literally not anybody. That's actually genetically predetermined. You have to be able to be strong enough.
Yes.
You have to be able to be...
I meant mentally. I meant IQ-wise.
Oh.
Mentally.
Only...
That was the question.
Only mentally.
Yes.
Yes.
That was the
Firefighting
question.
still fits in that. You have to be able... Your brain has to be stable enough to where you can actually go into a fire and not go into panic mode and just shut down.
Yeah,
yes,
but can
training
you
can be... Yes, to a point. But there are some people... there are some people that cannot go to war. Period. They get drafted, they get sent to basic training, but they have a complete and total mental breakdown within training, and they just cannot go any further.
You can't train someone out of that?
No. The military gives up.
Well, they give up. That's them giving up on you. But could it take longer?
No.
Could they get
there? I know a guy. He wanted to be in the Navy. Wanted to do this. Couldn't make it through basic.
Like the test, the endurance tests, or what do you mean? Like the physical?
I guess that's more physical stuff. It's not mental, is it?
That's the question, mental.
But it just takes mental willpower to push through the pain.
This is like a borderline of a job that I would borderline count. Because I was just curious if there's a job...
Yes.
Where you could, it's actually possible to be too stupid to do something.
Actually, the military will not accept you under a certain IQ.
Yeah, but it's a debatable topic whether or not you can increase your IQ.
Well...
It's a debatable topic.
This kid, they told him, you did so bad in the ASVAB, we are not letting you into the military.
Because you can actually cheat on the IQ.
Yes. But they also... I guess you could cheat on the ASVAB too, but, Also, I don't think just anybody could be a nuclear engineer. I guess anybody could be a nuclear engineer. Just not anybody could stop world-ending disasters.
What do you mean? What sort of aspects of the job can no one do?
Well, that not just anybody can do. You have to be able to... So I would assume the reason why they exist in the first place at all is they have to, for one thing, know what they're looking for and say if there's an error in the system or whatever, they have to... Yes, you can train them, but maybe they also need to be able to multitask. They have to be able to look at multiple different screens going at once. Not just anybody can be an air traffic controller.
You don't think someone could learn?
Of any IQ? No. God, no.
You don't think so?
I know people in high school that'd be too freaking stupid. They would do air traffic control. There would be an accident that freaking day.
Well, yeah, the first day. But that's my point. How much, like...
I don't think you could train out of them.
You don't think?
Their brains do not think fast enough.
Maybe.
To make a decision and say, hey, this plane shouldn't land. Hey, this plane needs to redirect its course by this amount.
I've always questioned the think fast enough part too. Like, is it a lack of interest? Too.
No.
No?
These people just physically could not think fast enough. There are people.
So you throw a ball at them and go, oh, there's a ball coming.
Actually, yes. Do you know what a vegetative state is?
Well, okay.
There are also some people.
Those are exceptions.
You ever seen the videos of those people that, like, they ask them what's 2 + 2 and they say carrot?
Oh, is that what that's not what I thought.
Damn close.
That's not
There's.
When you said vegetative state, that is not what...
There are layers to what is functional in society. Here is vegetative state. Here is 2 + 2 equals carrot equals C. And then here is, this normal stupidity. You're just stupid. You're below...
okay.
You spelled it, and you spell stupid with a T instead of a D. And then normal. Right? These people exist in a realm of, they're actually disabled. But under the law of the government, these people are functionally disabled.
No. It was a joke because I was like, that's not what I thought vegetative state means. Wow. 2 + 2 equals carrot. That's not what I thought.
Well, I mean, if you can't do basic arithmetic.
But see,
they can't spell.
We had this conversation too with the Paraha people. They can't do math. Because they never learned it.
Well, these people also can't spell basic words.
Yeah. But they can learn another language. No, wait. Could they learn another language? Yes, the kids did. Because the kids knew Portuguese.
Well, yeah, but the adults couldn't. But that's just the limit of your brain functioning.
No, I have to... The
Actually, yes. Hold on. There's a new class of people that exists within here. Actually, their brains.
It's a subclass.
It's a subclass of 2 + 2 = carrot. Feral children.
Oh.
Their brains physically, they get past the point where they can't learn anything else because their brains have grown too much into this, feral state.
Yeah.
Those people couldn't do a job.
I've always wondered.
Those people couldn't do a job. So yes.
So I don't know if they've ever tested it. Put Jeannie how well her math was because she never learned math.
She couldn't learn math.
She couldn't. I didn't know that.
I don't think she could
because they never got to the point where she could actually identify as having a primary language. Because there's a point. I think they said 10 years old or whatever. After that, your odds of learning your first language are slim to none. Basically, what she was doing is she was memorizing sentences and things to say, but it was all memorization.
I would assume that's how math would be too.
She did not have any inherent background speech. Well,
if she can't master language, you can't master math.
Oh yeah,
because you have to have language skills to do math.
Well, because you can teach a deaf person math, though.
Yeah, but they can also read.
I'm going to teach my kid math before I teach him English and see if it's possible. I have till he's 8. That's his breaking point. You have it till he's in kindergarten.
Abuse your child.
No,
this is abuse.
It's a test.
No, it's not. This is abuse.
No. Hear me out. Right? When he goes to kindergarten, he's gonna learn English. Okay, regardless, you can't escape that. He's gonna make friends and he's gonna learn English. So,
actually, they won't let him into kindergarten
if he can't speak.
Yeah.
Well, then let's go to a deaf school.
No, he has to continue. He or she has to continue. Has to get to a certain point. So there's actual
he'll know his ABCs.
I went to school with people who they were actually the same age as me, but they were in the grade ahead of me because when they were younger, their parents had them tested or whatever, and the psychologist was like, "Yep, they're ready to go." So they were smart enough and they had the social skills to actually go into kindergarten a year earlier than they should, a year earlier than everyone else.
I see.
So, the same principle applies there. They wouldn't let your child into school because your child isn't ready at all.
He'll take a year off and I'll teach him English. All right. But the point is...
just a year. Right. Just,
You can learn English in a year. I learned Spanish in a month.
I suppose that. Yes, but you're much older. Can a child learn English in a year?
They learn a language faster than a parent.
I suppose that's true.
Actually, it's an interesting debate.
But can you get your abused child that only knows how are you gonna teach it what a number is?
Well, no.
Without a language,
you have this abstract sense of what a number is. Basically,
I don't think that can exist without language. Language came and then math came, sir. Math did not happen then language. We're not computers.
But could it work?
No!
Basically, what I want to know is, from an early age, I'll show him numbers. I'll show him how to count.
2 + 2 = carrot. You're gonna have 2 + 2 = carrot. You're gonna end up with a child you're gonna end up with a burden on society instead of an actual freaking child. Your child could have been here, right? Smart. Or smart.
Yeah. Smart. Or
smart. Or
here. That's from
or here.
What's that? That's from Good Will Hunting. My boy's wicked smart. You ever seen Good Will Hunting?
Is that the one with the? No, I've seen Red Fern, where the red fern grows. I have not seen.
No, it's a great movie. It's the janitor who solves chalkboard problems.
Oh, no. So there's
my boy. He's wicked smart.
2 + 2 = carrot. That's also ferals in there somewhere. There's stupid, normal, smart, and then there's there's a line you could also
Einstein.
draw. No, not necessarily. There's another line in there.
Oh.
It's between smart. I would consider anywhere above. So depending on how you look at the IQ curve, IQ curves go from sometimes they end at 110 for normal, sometimes they end at 120.
Yeah.
But it's probably, but they also then go further back. And truth be told, saying that somebody who has an IQ of 120 and somebody has an IQ of 80, saying that, yeah, they're normal.
I think it should be 90.
They are not.
I think it should be like 95 to...
It should be 100 to 110.
Oh, I was going to say 90 to 110. You got to have because 100 is average.
So yes, 100 is average. So yes, 90 to 110 is normal. Although, truth be told, the difference between somebody who has an IQ of 90 and somebody who has an IQ of 110 is like comparing lukewarm water to water that will scald you sometimes.
I don't know if it's that big of a difference.
Not scald you, I should say. It goes from water that is lukewarm to water that is warmer than piss.
No, basically what I want to know.
Which is a big difference. Which is a really big difference.
Because all the elementary math is recognizing patterns in base 10. So you teach them how to count, right?
I don't.
And then
you have to.
And then you're going to teach them how to add and subtract, just basic math.
Right.
And then adding and subtract, and then multiplication is just quick addition.
That's third grade. You're not teaching a You're not teaching a 3-year-old multiplication without language.
It can be done. Well, they won't know the word multiplication because they'll never learn it. But
when they do eventually learn English, they're going to realize what the hell is wrong with me.
No, they're going to realize, there's a word for that. I've never been doing all this.
Your child.
My child been doing calculus
at 12, but doesn't have a word for it.
Yes, because they'll be doing all this fancy math. They'll be doing integrals. Like, You know integrals already?
I feel like
and my kid will be like, there's a word for that?
There's a curve. There's a language and math curve.
There's a word for that?
So if we have your timeline for your existence, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because that's right. I think it'll be done. They'll learn all this stuff, but they'll never know the word.
This is how it's supposed to go. But, according to you, we can do whatever the hell we want.
Exactly.
Your vocabulary slowly increases and then plateaus. Your math skills, they start later on, and it's a delayed curve before it peaks and plateaus off.
I feel like...
So the reason why is...
Here's what my curve looks like.
I know what you want to make. No, but what I'm saying is, because when you're in, I shouldn't say... Actually, yes, when you're a freshman in high school, you'll know what the word calculus is. But you have no freaking clue what actual calculus entails until you take it 3 years later.
I had a friend that told me what it was.
Okay, but again, that's vocabulary.
Because, see, then, mine was more like,
Draw your own curve.
All right. I had a much longer delayed curve. I still don't know words. And then my math came in.
He's an idiot, folks.
And was
Remember
like,
this.
hey, curve, let's go up. And it kind of pushed the curve up.
Remember, kids, he's an idiot.
I don't know words.
Remember, kids, see, he's in here. Actually, no, you have what's your IQ? 121?
I don't even know.
Was it like 100?
I feel
it was
like
above 120 though, wasn't it?
It's something.
So no, actually no.
So
you're here. You're exactly at smart.
That-
Congratulations.
This is where my everything other than common sense is. Common sense wise, I'm right there.
I absolutely agree with you on that.
Common sense wise. So really, it
absolutely
averages out, right?
It's normal. Well, that sucks for you, because for me, all of my shit is already normal. There is no lackluster other than reading, but I don't need to be able to... Actually, no, it's only in fiction. Actually, non-fiction, my reading is superb. If anything, that means I average out higher than you, which isn't right.
So your kid should be better. However, my kid, he'll learn all these crazy different things.
Idiot.
He'll learn all these crazy things, but he'll have no words to describe them. Because his dad's an idiot.
Yes.
He'll know all these.
Because all his curve looks
shit.
like this.
He'll know all this crazy shit. We'll have no words to describe him because his dad's an idiot.
It's like trying to teach a blind person what the color red is.
Oh, he will definitely know what the story of Mary before he takes that class.
Story of oh.
Could Mary see the color red?
No. We've discussed this intensely, and I'm like, no. The answer is no. Yeah, my thing's worn out a little bit.
I've also worn it out.
I know you have. I've been debating in my head whether to tell you stop, but truth be told, I have a whole box of regular pencils over there, so I didn't really care that much.
Oh, well, I can just play with one of them.
No. Anyway.
How many times can I snap it before I can't anymore? Just taking this little stub on the side of the table.
No, but that is interesting, though, because your vocabulary will start to, they might peak
I have a specialized vocabulary.
Your vocabulary actually almost always goes up. Over your entire course of your lifetime, it almost always goes up. Your math skills actually start to come back down after school,
I bet mine
because you start to specialize in certain things. What?
I bet mine have deteriorated.
I realized I forgot how to do a derivative, so yeah, mine have.
I don't know what 5 plus 5 is.
I forgot how to do I realized the other day
You forgot how to do derivative? Do I need to teach you?
I have an idea of how, if I remember correctly. So if we have x squared, this should be just 2x now.
Yeah.
But the real question, that's the most basic derivative known to man.
No, the basic derivative.
Actually, the most basic derivative.
1. What is the derivative of 1? 0.
Yes. Actually, the most basic. Well, yes, it is. Actually, that's not basic. Most basic is x. The answer is 1.
But if derivative of 1, 0.
I suppose. But even then, this is relying on the fact that anything raised to the power of 0 is equal to 1.
Actually, I could make it 0.
Except 0 raised to the power of 0.
You could
Which is undefined.
do dy of x equals 0. You treat x as a constant. So basically, if you had a function like this,
Is that even classified as an actual function?
Yeah, in Calc 3, you do multivariable calculus. So you have x, y.
So one input equals one output? This is
So
an
derivative of
actual
x,
function?
y, this is treated as a constant. So derivative of x, y equals x.
They just make up rules.
What do you mean? This is the same rule.
I know.
You treat x as a number,
Well,
so
hold
then
on.
derivative of y is a number.
I guess I learned that too.
This is in Calc 3.
I learned this in high school.
Oh, multivariable calculus?
No, well, we learned the concept.
Oh.
Because she was just like, because we asked like, so like sometimes, you know, the textbook would write, you know,
But then you have to go back.
GDG or something, and the variable, there wasn't actual multiple variables in the equation, but the variable was G, and we're like, what the hell does this mean? It's like, just do a derivative, but it's with G. So, the same concept would apply.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like, but, you know, you're not...
So it's nothing new.
No. Actually, that's actually how we started it. You know, I mean, we have the full-on equation to do a derivative before they taught us the cheaty way to do a derivative.
Oh, yeah.
I hated that. I had to do that on the freaking final. I just skipped it. I just skipped it. I'm like...
Oh, yeah, we had...
Actually, no, I wrote the answer. I wrote what the answer was. I just did the derivative. But did not show my work. So I got no points. But it's like, but I did the derivative. Yeah, but where's the work? You just did the you know, the way you're supposed to do a derivative. And I'm like,
No, I did it the long way, but in my head.
anyways, no. What I get tripped up on is something like this. I think.
Yeah, so then it's 4 times 2.
Is it 8x? I couldn't remember the other day if it was just going to be 8x then.
Oh, what'd you think it was?
I was thinking for whatever reason it might be like 6x. Possibly.
Oh, you add?
Yeah. For whatever reason.
No, you subtract the bottom, the exponent.
Right. No. I knew it had to be x. But for whatever reason I was confused of what this part of the function had to be.
Oh.
That didn't need to be. Now that is it.
That's all you can do?
That is I could not do I do not remember chain rules. I do not remember
chain rule.
I don't remember the quotient rule.
So if
I don't remember... Actually, I wasn't even there for the chain rule.
So if I wrote e to
oh, God,
x
not
squared.
E. No, not freaking E.
Well, see, it's easy. It's just e to x squared times the derivative of x squared, which is just 2x.
Great.
There you go.
Freaking, what's the derivative of E? Isn't it just natural log?
The antiderivative. The integral of e? Is that what you're talking about?
No, the derivative of E. Or am I thinking integral?
The derivative of e is just e.
Oh, that's right. Maybe
I just told you.
Oh, no, that was... Like I said, chain rule. I wasn't actually there for chain rule.
This is chain rule.
I know. I wasn't there for chain rule.
Oh.
Fun fact. I was away, and I came back, and they're just like, so we learned chain rule. And it's like, we've been looking forward to this for like 2 weeks. And I'm like, we learned this new thing, like, the most, like, used thing in the rest of the so, like, the rest of the semester, I had no freaking clue. Because we used chain rule, like, all the goddamn time. But my understanding of chain rule was what I learned from a piece of paper. And it wasn't very good.
Wasn't sufficient?
And the teacher never explained chain rule after that. She's like, oh, so we'll do chain rule, and then just wrote the answer on the board. I'm like, I just stared.
I remember for the longest time I didn't know how to do anything because I didn't do any of the homework for like it was a good amount of time.
Same.
Because all of the homework was due the day of the test, so I hadn't done about like a week or two worth of homework, just piling up. And one day we went into class, we're like, all right, so we're gonna do whiteboard problems to practice derivatives. All like, oh boy,
I don't know what it is.
But fortunate for me, we were in groups of 3. So I had the other two people to rely on that hope they knew what they're doing.
Teach me.
And then shortly after that, I figured out what I was supposed to be doing because it's just patterns, you know?
So is this just... What was this then? Was this just...
E to the x times the derivative of x, which is just 1. So it's just e to the x.
I was going to say, does this just equal e to the x?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
But you do times the derivative of x, which is just 1.
That's if you show your work.
No, but if you just...
No one shows their work.
No, but
that's the proof.
But it's important because otherwise, then if you just do like e to the x squared, like, oh, it's just e to the x squared. Well, no, you need to actually multiply by the derivative.
Well, then you have to actually do math, and nobody wants to do that.
I just wrote the answer. See, that's the thing about derivatives. You almost don't really have to show work. You can just write the answer. Because on the gateway, there were some really long things. You just write the thing as you go.
Well, I guess you could do that, but they also wanted you to then simplify your answer. And that's what
I never simplified. I just wrote my answer as I went and had this big long thing.
What the hell is this?
This is
Our teacher was like, simplify every time. Where you can. I'm like, fuck.
Simplifying's if you care. He just wanted to see if it could be, see us show our process. Because then it was super easy to grade. It made it really easy to grade.
Well, she didn't care. She was like, I want it simplified. It's like...
It makes it a lot easier to grade.
Now I have to remember algebra.
Because then you can look and be like, okay, is this step, this step, this step,
now
this step?
Now it's like, now you're asking me stuff that I don't remember. This weird, my brain's weird, right? So if we have algebra, geometry, and calc. This is my knowledge. No. Actually, well, that would almost be about right. This is my knowledge curve.
Where's algebra 2 in there?
All algebra. All algebra. We're talking, geometry / trig.
Oh, and trig.
That is where the bulk of my knowledge is. Maybe
did you have a class called trig?
No, that was called pre-calculus.
Oh, so you're good at pre-calculus.
Depends on your definition of pre-calculus.
Oh.
My pre-calculus was algebra with conics.
With what?
Conics.
What is conics? Algebra with conics?
Yeah, you start to do the circle equation and...
Oh! Yeah. I just didn't know the word for a second. Conics.
Yeah, the idea that, you take a cone.
Yeah, and you can have cross sections.
And you take the cross
of an ellipse,
and you get an ellipse, which actually showed up on was it the practice ACT or might have been our actual ACT, and none of us knew what the hell was going on. And he's like, "Oh yeah, that's next week's plan." And we're just like, we all just took the ACT, didn't know what the hell we were doing when it asked for conics. And he's like, "Yeah, that's next week's plan." And it's just like, bruh. And actually, the funniest thing about the pre-calculus, so. When my calculus teacher took over for the pre-calculus students, when I took pre-calculus, that was the last year that teacher taught pre-calculus.
Mm-hmm.
He was not qualified to teach it anymore because they wanted to teach it for dual credit.
Yeah.
And so he was not qualified to teach it anymore, so they had our other teacher teach it. So when she taught it, she actually taught calculus. Because I remember there were some girls that I was friends with that were in the class below me, and they're like, "Oh, Doc, you're in calculus. Can you help us with our pre-calc homework?" And I'm like, "Sure, why not? Pre-calc wasn't too bad for me." They showed me their thing. I'm like, "No, I learned that last week." And they showed me like the derivative of like tangent, and I'm like, "No, I did that last week. Pass." I was just like, yeah, hard pass. It was like the derivative, like, tangent x squared plus 3x or something stupid. I'm just like, yeah, I learned that last week. So, they're like, oh. And I'm like, yeah, and I don't know what I'm doing. So, no, I can't help you. But when I took the math, the reason why I know this is because I took the stupid math placement test for the university, because that was a requirement you had to take, so they knew whether or not you actually need to take math, even though I already had the credit for math. Dumbest thing I've ever done. Anyways, I took it, and that's what my curve looked like. Like, you're very good in trig, but your algebra is kind of lackluster, and your calculus, well, is left to be desired.
How is your algebra failing?
I forgot all the rules.
If anything, algebra was the strongest thing, because you need algebra in everything.
I think I'm good.
And then geometry was like a close second.
It was geometry. Geometry and trig. I think it's just because this is like, I can visualize solving the equation. Like, you know, like I said, you know how Einstein used geometry to come up with the theory of relativity because the actual math was too difficult.
Yeah, he didn't do any of the math.
Yeah, that's the same with me. Geometry, I can see the shape. I can picture a right triangle with this side, you know.
Anyone can picture a right triangle, except for carrot people. Anyone can picture a right triangle.
Actually, no.
Except
There's a
for carrot
subline in there. There's another line. There's vegetable, carrot, stupid, normal.
What was that end?
And smart. All right? It's a subclass in here. Oh, is it? I want to put this. Yes. No, it's here. They do not know shapes. Lack of shapes.
Lack of shapes.
I would say they lack complex shapes. You know, they can tell me what a circle is, what a triangle is, what a square is, and what a rectangle.
I always failed that. I always hated that thing in kindergarten.
But
I always got it wrong.
But anything past 4 sides, they're like, I don't know.
I always put the red triangle in the yellow circle hole.
I think you might be colorblind. The color should have been the giveaway.
It don't fit.
AP shapes and colors. Anyways.
Yeah, I got a D plus.
Complex shapes. Anything above 4 sides.
Oh, a pentagon? I gotta know what a pentagon is. We freaking have one in DC.
Look where we are in IQ. You're approaching room temperature.
I can draw a house. A house is a pentagon.
Normal. 100.
Home plate on a baseball diamond. It's not a regular pentagon, but it's a pentagon.
Remember,
a regular pentagon. You know, all the angles are equal.
Normal exists in here. 90 and 110.
They control a pentagon.
Stupid is freaking 80. We're approaching room temperature. Sir, we are approaching room temperature. Actually, no, yeah, that's about right. No, yeah, that's about right. Vegetable, I'm pretty sure the carrot thing, their IQs are like 50 or 60. Because there is actually a line they draw that says if your IQ is below this, you are in a vegetative state.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There is a line. I was shown it one time when I had my IQ test. He brought up a chart. Here is vegetative state, and here's everyone else.
It feels weird typing in vegetative state. Vegetative state. It just sounds weird.
What? How low was the
minimally conscious? Minimally conscious. Something about that word.
Wait a minute.
Minimally
conscious. This is a child! It works! And it's a child in the picture. Oh, excellent.
Minimally conscious.
No, look up IQ lines. So, like, look up...
I feel like we should not
different
laugh at
IQ.
This. You're going to get canceled.
Did you laugh at the submarine memes?
Who didn't?
If you laughed at the submarine memes, you can laugh at this. Look, here's the way I view it.
What is it? Is this like 2 points above brain dead or something?
Pretty much. No, actually. So the IQ scale, what's interesting is it's... So you think, yes, you can have an IQ of 0, but there's actually a limit to the IQ line.
Here we go. This is a forum. Let's see what people ask. So it is no.
Well, yeah, but the IQ score stops measuring after a certain point. It's like I think it's like 50 or 40. It's the lowest IQ score you can have.
Oh.
Look up lowest IQ score possible. It's 0. So in theory, yes, but no one in recorded history has officially scored a 0 test. Even the results is theoretically applicable. Great. Attainable, I should say. I couldn't.
What is record? I feel like this can't be a thing because someone could try to be dumb.
No, the 0 is dead.
Oh, it's like you. Below 75 is a disability.
Yep. I was right. I told you. Actually, that line of stupid
you were saying like
maybe
50.
should be 85. No.
Oh, no. Yeah, here. The lowest IQ ever. Wait. I need to zoom. I need to. There's 7. The dumbest should be among these 7 people. A door. A door?
Well, 0 is you're actually.
The dumbest has an IQ of 5.28. Does my cat score 10?
Honest to God, though, the line really should not go all the way down to frickin' 85.
So then, 9 million people are between a 40 and 55. 160 million people. Also, this is like, billions. This is the whole population of 7.4 billion. So it's a little old. 7 people are between 90 and 205.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Give me this. Look what this guy says. I am here, okay? No, but ignorance is bliss. This person says they're in the 7. They're one of the 7.
Yes.
So it's 42, I think is what this person is saying. I'm assuming that's what this meme is.
Yeah.
42.
Albert Einstein and Stephen Hawking are about this right here.
What? Stephen Hawking was way higher.
I don't know. That's what they said.
Stephen Hawking was like 200 and something.
No, he wasn't that high. Well, these are jobs. This is the average IQ of people that have these jobs. A technician professional, 112.
I feel bad for him. 112, not bad.
Clerk workers,
101.
average. Semi-skilled workers.
I hate those terms. There's such arbitrary lines that are drawn.
Unskilled.
Jesus Christ.
I have no skills.
87.
College graduates. Oh. See, this anyone can graduate. So
I graduated with 111. I beat the system.
1 to 2. Oh, but you're down here. 1 to 3 years of education. You didn't go that 4th year, so you don't get the.
That's what it is.
Yeah. You're in the 1 to 3 years of college. You weren't an actual college graduate who went.
Oh no!
Is this grad school?
No, sorry, no.
Yeah, I think this is grad school.
No. MD. No, MD. Well, if you're getting your MD, that is grad school.
Yeah.
You don't just take grad school and not get a master's.
Why?
What do you mean, why? Who would do the time? Who would just I just want to go to school. That's your brother.
That is him. Which is why he's not officially graduating.
Wait a minute. He has this last semester he's doing, right? You telling me he's not walking? He's not getting a diploma?
Yeah, because for him to go back to school to change his English from a minor to a major would be graduate tuition because he graduated. So he has to go back. So him to go back to school to change it to a major, he has to graduate. And he would if he graduated, he would pay graduate tuition to go back and do that.
He doesn't even.
So it's better to take a semester off and then go back to school as an undergrad so he can pay the undergrad tuition.
And he doesn't even know what he wants to do.
Well, he's going to be in there for another 2 years, so he has 2 more years to figure it out.
He has 3 more years.
No, 2. He says 2.
No, but yeah, he still has another year though. If he's taking
yes,
this semester, the gap, and then 2 more years of school.
Yes.
I could have gotten another degree. I could have gotten a master. You and I could have each gotten a master's in that time.
Well, I could not have gotten...
Actually, we could have gotten doctorates.
No, I could not have gotten a master's. Physics doesn't have a master's program. They have a doctorate program.
You could have gotten your doctorate.
But then I would have been overqualified for jobs.
You just teach physics.
I didn't want to teach physics. That's the whole point of graduating. I didn't want to teach.
No. Here's the meme is your brother is taking. I don't even know how many.
But I'll have 2 majors.
What good does that? I knew people that had 2 majors and they graduated in 5.
But they did it at a quicker pace. He's doing one major at a time.
Why? He doesn't even know what he wants to do. These people.
He didn't know what he wanted to do.
He still doesn't. He just wants to do it because I don't know. He likes working part-time jobs, I guess.
Can vegetative state people harvest vegetables? Can carrot people be farmers?
Farmers?
Yeah, can they harvest vegetables? I was just curious.
No.
I just saw harvesting vegetables has an IQ of this.
60?
60?
I'm pretty sure they're below 60.
Oh, the carrot people?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they're in this group of like there's 23,000 people with IQs lower than that.
235,384.
I'm pretty sure they're in below 40. Interesting how there's... Oh, I guess this is a bell curve, so it has to split off in the way it does.
Yes.
So this doesn't actually mean there's 7 people with IQs
No. That's just how the bell curve works.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are more people. I'm pretty sure these numbers taper off a lot faster, and same with these, taper off a lot faster, and there's actually more smart people up here, and I want to say there's less people down here, but I don't know.
They're minimally exceptional.
I don't know. Society seems to have a lot of questionable people.
That term, minimally cognitive. They're in a minimal cognitive state.
Yep. You know, Neil deGrasse Tyson, he had a short I watched the other day. He said he was like, you know, we compare ourselves to chimps and we say we are conscious. Now imagine a species that upon which we are now chimps compared to them. Are we really conscious anymore?
Oh, I didn't hear that. No, but I thought he was gonna. So there was a. It wasn't a short because I don't watch shorts.
You don't watch anything.
It was a meme. It said, but it had Neil deGrasse Tyson in the background.
Oh,
it was a picture of him. Picture of his face. I don't know if it was by him, which is why I thought this is maybe where this is going. But it was like, you know, the whole time of a child's life, we teach you how to walk and we teach you how to talk, and then by elementary school, all we teach is how to shut up and sit down.
Yeah. He said he was.
Does anything seem backwards there?
No. No, not really. No, I don't know what you're talking about. Capitalism suggests otherwise. I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? That's how governments work. That's the whole reason.
Why did we bother to teach them how to talk and walk in the first place?
Because as we stated, you need to be able. Because society, despite what the government here's where I don't understand. Everybody's like, well, the government wants to keep us stupid, and I'm like, yes. But the government
doesn't want everyone to be stupid, because then when all the people in the government die, then there is no government.
Well, no, but see, the thing is, society can't continue to progress. Very few people want society to not progress. So they need there to be people that are smart and actually continue to go on. So they teach you them. And so people are like, oh, they're purposefully keeping us down here. I'm like, I don't. Yes and no.
That's why you have us, shall we call them,
if you decide...
menaces of society.
That's why university costs money. That's why colleges and universities cost money.
With free university, or free education.
So, like in Europe,
those countries do exist.
Trade schools are free. I don't think university is free.
That should be
highly subsidized.
I think trade schools should be free. Anyone, it should be free to get a trade.
They've been saying this for years, and I agree with you. It's just never going to happen.
It should be free to get a trade.
Because
everyone needs a trade.
Yeah.
Well, specific higher degrees.
I don't know. And I don't think carrot people need to have a trade. I don't think they can have a trade.
Maybe they could become good welders. You know, they're good with their hands, but they just can't think.
Welding does require some thought, right?
Well,
you have to know what voltage.
Oh. Well, you know,
and like how much power to put and draw.
But can they have enough practice to where they can be like, I know what to do. Like practice makes perfect.
As long as the material isn't a different alloy from what as long as they can easily distinguish between alloys. Mm-hmm. But if they can't,
years of practice.
But I don't think that. But if you brought them an alloy they've never seen before, they couldn't weld it.
Yes, it won't bother.
But that doesn't mean
they can't be a great welder with everything else.
I suppose, but then you just have a robot. I don't need carrot people. I don't need to pay you. I don't need to pay somebody if all they're doing is just drawing lines with hot glue. I can have a robot for that.
It's not hot glue. It's hot metal.
That's still the same practice. All right?
It glues.
I don't need... Okay, there's a reason we have welders in the first place, and they haven't been replaced with robots. They do need to be able to think. All right?
Well, yeah, I can think.
So, what you're saying... You're not... Yeah, not the robot arm welding on Tesla car doors doesn't think.
You just wait.
It just welds.
You just wait. I bet Tesla arm door welders can think now.
Why? What's the use? Why?
That way they can just leave it be.
Why would I need a server for every single one of my arms?
Why not?
Do you realize how much power that would take just so it could draw a line of hot metal? I'd go back to the freaking carrot people down at that point.
And you should. Cheaper that way.
Well, yeah. If the freaking arm has to be able to think, I'll go back to the carrot people that can't think.
Yeah.
The carrot people. Is that the least of I feel like that's more offensive than the R word, right? Yeah. Calling them carrot people.
Wait. So were there carrot people in the hunter and thinker era, or were the carrot people hunters, or were they just too stupid? They died. They died off.
Yes.
But now in today's society, they can't die off. We're left with them.
No, that's correct.
Oh. So there were no carrot people. They died off.
So yes.
And now, since we're kind of forced with them, they can't die off. Well,
yes.
We're not allowed to kill them.
Depends what society you live in. You live in China, you can do whatever you want.
We're not allowed to get rid of them.
When you live in China, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Of course, it has its drawbacks.
It's the same deal with eyesight. Moral. You know, back then everyone had perfect eyesight. You know, if your eyesight died...
What?
If your eyesight died, you couldn't paint, and if your eyesight was poor, you couldn't fight. You died. You either get eaten by a lion, or you couldn't find your way back to a cave.
I was curious about this. Eyesight hasn't gotten worse. It's gotten better, actually.
Better?
Yeah, because we have more readily available access to vitamin A.
Well, maybe the average has gone up, but the lowest, like.
If you can't see, you can't see.
Exactly, which means you get eaten by a lion.
Well, yes. But, so back then, I was curious about this one time. Because I was like, you know, how did eyesight work back then? So you gotta remember this, right? The definition of 20/20, that doesn't, just because you can't, you know, someone like me, right? Let's say, I don't know, we'll find out Tuesday if I still have 20/20 vision. But let's say I just don't meet, but like, what, so 20/20 vision, you don't need 20/20 vision to hunt.
No. So,
you could have people with bad, 20/20 is like, honestly, probably better than the average human eyesight. Well, actually, it is better than the average human eyesight.
Yes, but that's
more people have glasses than people without glasses, I'm pretty sure. In developed countries, anyways.
Yes.
So that's
But my point is that.
But even Hunter-Thinker era, most people needed glasses by today's standards.
No, but my point is that
by Hunter-Thinker standards.
But the eyes have gotten. I think they've gotten. Your eyesight gets worse faster than it would have gotten worse back then, because back then, if your eyesight got too bad, you couldn't hunt. You were just extra baggage to the society. And then the society would have to hunt more food for you.
I think there was a possible. I think
so eyesight would have gotten worse at a much slower rate.
You also have to think, though, a lot of people died before they ever got to the age where eyesight would start to go downhill.
Well, eyesight usually goes downhill. You are an anomaly. Most people don't make it that long.
What?
I thought it was like teenage years when most people's eyesight fails.
Well, that's when they need glasses. That doesn't mean they're blind. That doesn't mean they're incapable of hunting.
I know I couldn't hunt. My vision's way too bad.
Well, you're defective. You're severely defective, according to that Google search.
I don't know what that one is. Stop looking at that. That one's wrong.
According to that one, you're very defective.
That one's wrong.
You were defective by Hunter-Thinker standards, not by modern standards. Being defective by modern standards still doesn't actually equate to being inability to hunt.
I came off the assembly line wrong. Something wasn't right. They're like, put it in the box anyways. Well, they gotta make money off it.
Well, yeah, you got a crooked. Your brother's even. So here's the weird part, right? So your brother doesn't have scoliosis, but he never got any taller than you.
I honestly don't know why that is. I would have thought he would have been a lot taller than I was. Well, not a lot, but like several inches.
We all thought he would be taller than you, but then high school happened and he never grew, and I'm like...
I think it's malnutrition. I think he stopped eating, and that's what sometimes is good.
You really think it was malnutrition? No.
I think so.
No, because the doctors would have said something. Because it would show up in his blood work that he's malnourished. If he's truly malnourished, it would have shown up in his blood work.
Well, maybe it just wasn't that significant.
They would have said something.
They didn't do blood work, though.
Yes, you do. You do blood work every time you go to the doctor.
When I went to a physical, I don't think they drew blood every time.
So mine always did, but the only way insurance would cover it is if I didn't go to the pediatrician. So my mother still took me and got blood work done. Because the doctor's like, we need blood work done, but if we do it here, we'll have to charge you, so you have to take it somewhere else.
I don't think they always did blood work.
I always had blood work done.
Because...
No, wait, hold on. Are you confused the physical with the wellness checkup? Because technically a physical is only every 2 years, but you go to the doctor's every year.
I know.
But every physical you have blood drawn. And technically some wellness checks. Actually, my last wellness check, I had tests run, and I didn't owe a dime, which is because they just put it under wellness checkup, which is the best deal, best doctor deal I've ever had. Because even the university I had to pay for a test.
Well, usually the blood work test is a separate bill.
This wasn't. When I had mine done, they put it. Usually, yes, it is. But for this case, this guy was like, "I'll put it all in the same bill," and it didn't cost me a dime. It was weird. I was expecting. No,
we just had physical because we had one physical a year. We only went to the doctor for a physical. Because now, so it could do sports or whatever.
Well, a sports physical is different. It's still different than an actual physical.
That's all we did, though. That's the only reason I went to the doctor.
Your parents didn't just take you to go to the doctors because that's what good people do.
Well, I mean, when I was a little kid.
But even when you were in high school, they were like...
No. When I was in high school, it was just a physical. Just a sports physical. That's it.
Well... Now we know. Well, that explains why your brother never grew. Your parents never thought of, gee, maybe he's malnourishing himself. Look at him in that photo.
He looks fine. He looks perfect.
Looks like a child compared to he does now. I don't know what's happened in the last 3 years to him, but a lot.
His hair got longer.
His face changed too.
Like older?
His face is very different now compared to then. Just look at the vlog.
The vlog?
Yeah. Shut up.
Oh yeah, he was in that.
Look at the schmuck.
What's wrong?
He never looks up, but there's other places where he does.
Looked up?
Not in that scene.
Oh wait, you almost got it.
We don't need to listen to us in this scene, so it's unnecessary. Here I am walking around the damn sand, struggling.
God damn!
He's depressed. He's always
looking at the ground.
Well, then I never hold the camera high enough.
Never pan the camera.
The man's just...
Does he ever look at?
Not in... Maybe in other scenes, maybe. I feel like there's gotta be other...
How long is this? This is an hour?
Yeah, I mean, technically the actual vlog ends here.
Oh, what's that?
This last part is telling the story of how I could have died.
Oh. Oh wait, he right somewhere in there.
See, I was wondering if the Telluride stuff, but I think he was looking out, and so we didn't see
I
it.
could have sworn I saw his face though. Oh no, let it play.
Oh my god, he really did hide his face well in these videos. I don't know how he did it, but he did.
You did it. You always had the camera down when he was looking at you.
Apparently.
And then he looked at you. Oh, camera down.
Well, maybe I subconsciously was just like, we don't want
That's
to.
crazy.
We don't want to see his face.
Is it just a big screen? But it does not look that cool on my phone.
Oh.
Like it looks cool, like the pictures, but maybe it's just because it's so small.
Why are we not in 1080p? There you go.
I don't know what it is. I gotta put it on the big screen.
You gotta put it on.
I gotta download.
It
like
looks even better on the
pictures.
TV.
Oh.
When you sit close, anyways. When you sit on the couch, it's worse.
I
But-
bet. You know, I should put these on my TV. It'll probably look bad, but I know the TV's 1080p, isn't it?
I don't know what kind of TV Rooster's grandparents had, but it's a hell of a good TV. For 43 inches, it's a hell of a good TV.
Oh,
Half a face. We got half a face.
What did you want to point out, though?
His face is different. It looks different. It's very different.
It's orange.
Okay, he had some melanin now. Great.
Well, there's me. Oh.
Yeah, look how
What do you want me to look
his
at?
face is much. Look at his. You can't zoom in.
Why is that not a thing?
Push Control 0, please. Anyways, so you look at his bone structure in here compared to here. It's very. His face has changed.
Is it fatter?
I think so. Yeah, it's more filled. Here, it looks. He just looks like a child in this photo. It's not even just the hair though, because if we just look here, he looks older.
It looks rounder.
Yeah, he looks rounder. He's gained weight compared to child hair. He looks like he's 10 years old in this. This literally looks like our sword freaking videos.
Oh, he looks so young.
He looks like he did in the sword videos. In this video. So whatever happened in the last 3 years, from when we filmed this to now, something's happened. He's changed.
He stayed indoors and ate potato chips and gum.
Hey, maybe he's retaining a lot more water, I guess.
Yeah.
He's retaining more water than he used to.
Retained more water. Epiphany. Science measurement.
What are you looking at?
Oh, it's all Adam Savage is Epiphany.
Don't click on these because I want to watch the.
What?
Actually, hold on. Scroll back up. There might not be anything on here that I actually want to watch. There isn't. Never mind.
I just saw.
Except for maybe
Epiphany
the
on the
base. Maybe Silas'
scientific
base
measurement.
video.
Here's what the cut. Wait, have I seen this? Maybe I have seen this. It's a year ago.
Who knows? Did you watch a lot of tested stuff?
I watched a few. I watched. It was. I had a short minor tested kick because I watched his.
I go through.
I rewatched his Lego one. You know how he built the Saturn V?
Oh yeah.
I rewatched that from like a long time ago, and then after that, I got recommended a whole bunch of recent stuff.
That's usually how it happens. The tested stuff, it goes in and out. Because they'll usually do something that, he'd talk about Mythbusters on one. So, like, that piques everybody's interest. And, and so, like, the show kicks off. I get recommended my own content a lot, apparently. Which I guess is a good thing.
Oklahoma.
Yeah. It's an interesting song. I like it.
I think Apple lied. Have they not lied?
Oh.
Have they not lied?
They lie a lot.
Have they not lied?
Anyways, this podcast is getting absurdly long. Remember how we were going to make it a half hour?
Yeah.
It's now an hour and a half.
Well,
you got fascinated by my carrot people.
Carrot people.
Anyways, I would like to thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. New podcast every Friday, 12 p.m. Central Time. And good night.